Thank you so much for joining us on our Ho Holiday inspired webinar today about social posting for the holidays. We all know that holidays are about being social with friends, family, and loved ones. So really, there is no better time to use social media than now. And of course, back for a second time is your favorite social media experts here. My name is Micheline Gadet, and I am both the content marketing manager as well as the growth manager. And I'm joined by Paige Sutherland, who has recently taken on a new role as a product marketing manager. And today we are so excited to chat with you about how the most wonderful time of the year can really work in favor of your business. But first, we have a few updates for you listeners.
All right, so yesterday the Vendasta Insider went out, and it's a monthly newsletter for all of you, our partners listening in today, to be kept informed on what's coming up in the next month. If you didn't receive it, I can share a link with you later in the chat to make sure that you can submit your email and all your contact information so that you can stay up to date with all that's going on here. Every month we share out all the amazing things that we're doing here at Vendasta and give our partners some valuable insights that help you make more money. So in short, what can Vendasta do for you? Help your company to grow. So through working with so many of you on your own growing pains, we discovered that there are 6 pillars of growth. So the first one, it all starts with the foundational products or services that you offer. Next, generating demand for those products is key. And the best part, of course, is making the sale. But your work isn't done there. Now you must scale to ensure that what you've sold will retain those customers you work so hard to sell to. And finally, expansion. So selling to more people more often to make more money. I'm going to show you how this month's releases tie to each other and these pillars. So back in the day when traditional media was king, businesses could do something like have TV commercials or billboards or radio ads. And really they thought that was the be all end all for getting customers excited about their business. But in today's connected digital landscape, it's changed everything. And now a majority of consumers will make purchase decisions based on So for pillar number 1, we have a new release for you. Start selling a complete reputation suite with our new reputation management and some other additions new to Marketplace. And to generate demand, share out this video as your own. It's completely white labeled. It's also incredibly popular, and it shows just the different ways to appropriately respond to both negative and positive reviews. And to help with your sales, make sure your salespeople are using the new tracking capabilities to track the progress of their sales in Sales and Success Center. Now, with all that selling and demand generation, you need a way to scale. And our in-house marketing services team will respond to any reviews that the reputation management brings in for you, both good and bad. And of course, can't forget about your existing customers. We've added the ability to upload native video right to Facebook from the Social Marketing Composer. And lastly, if you're looking to expand, check out our page on Conquer Local 2019. It takes place from June 10th to 13th in San Diego, and you don't want to miss it. So Conquer Local 2019 is more than just a conference. It's really an immersive experience. Beyond the talks with experts, your schedule will be filled with tons of great activities, networking events, and you'll really get to engage with other experts in your industry. So along with the link to sign up for our Insider, I can also send the link in our chat to visit the Conquer Local website. It's good to note that earlier bird pricing is still available until December 10th if you're interested. All right, and so just to wrap up and circle back here, give the gift of a new reputation with the new reputation bundle available in Marketplace. Use our white labeled video to help understand how to respond to reviews. Order tracking in Sales in Success Center will help that your sales team will manage that demand that you're bringing in. You can scale your services by employing Vendasta's in-house team to respond to your clients' reviews. And we've also made some improvements to social marketing to help retain clients with that Facebook native video integration. And of course, we invite you to join us for our 2019 conference, Conquer Local in San Diego, to gain insight on how to expand your business.
Thanks, Paige. There's a ton of really great information there. So I really hope that you're all reading the Insider today. But now, here's what brought you here. So the last time that Paige and I joined you, we spoke about the importance of using social media, and we hope you've been listening to our advice since then. But if you didn't join us for our last webinar, here's a quick recap. Social media matters because at the end of the day, your customers and your potential customers are using social media, and they are genuinely interested in wanting to hear from brands and retailers just like you. Not only are your customers surfing through social media, but they're also making purchase decisions based on what they see on social media. So before digital marketing, you needed a really great storefront to make sure that you would be where your customers were looking to catch their attention. But now, having a social media presence is kind of the same thing in a digital world. It allows you to be right where your customers are looking. And we also spoke about how it can be a free way to market yourself while also helping to boost your SEO ranking. So really, as a business owner, you cannot afford not to have a social media presence. So the same can be said for social posting during the holiday season. We do want to mention, though, that although we're doing this webinar early in December, I don't think that retailers should be discouraged because they think they're late to the game. In fact, you might be surprised to know that most people didn't finish their holiday shopping during Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Actually, 82% of them are still on the hunt for the perfect gift. So there's plenty of time to win this Christmas season. But not only that, consumers are going to be spending even more money this year. Christmas is getting expensive. Overall, the average holiday spend will increase from about $1,226 to $1,536 per consumer. That's a lot of money on one celebration a year. And can you imagine if 74% of shoppers are influenced by their social media feeds? Can you imagine how social posting during the holidays could affect your sales this season? Better yet, 23% of shoppers actually plan to use social media to assist them in their holiday shopping. So that means that they're looking for ways to incorporate your brand or business into their holiday plans. So you need to give them a reason to. We like to say that social posting for the holidays is crucial to ensure that both Christmas bells and cash tills ring. If you joined us for our previous webinar, you know that social posts should not be purely promotional. And the holiday season is the perfect time to engage with your consumers to create more brand loyal followers. So we've compiled 4 of our top tips for social posting during the holiday season. So if you think of any questions as we go along, please don't hesitate to let us know, and we'll be happy to answer them at the end.
All right, so tip number 1 kind of seems like maybe the most simple one, but that's what we want to open it up with. So tip number 1 is to use discounts, coupons, and special offers to your advantage. There's really nothing quite like getting a discount to spur a purchase decision, especially during the holiday season. So we recommend doing this by creating a special offer that's exclusive to those who follow you on your social media accounts. You can do this by sharing out a promotional code that only those followers can see. I'm sure we've all seen those promotional codes on social media, and really can be quite influential to spur a purchase decision. So we also recommend including a unique hashtag with the holiday season in mind, just to create some buzz around the promotion. And because the holiday season only comes once a year, make sure to create a time-bound offer. And this will create a sense of urgency for all those people who are seeing these social posts. This will really inspire consumers to act quickly and to not miss out on anything. This is a really good example that came up on my Facebook feed just the other day. It was from a clothing retailer. Offered a time-bound offer, 40% off, in-store, online, expiring December 5th. Again, so that time-bound offer really creates a sense of urgency. I did not jump on that one, but I did bring it here, so it did catch my attention. And the holiday season is also really perfect to try a contest. Make it a low barrier one to entry so you can get the most engagement possible out of it, and give away a free product or some type of free service to one successful winner. Entries can really be based on participation of any kind, be it a festive related poll, a quiz, which are highly engaging on social media, or some type of user generated content. You can also ask your users to post their own holiday themed content with a specific hashtag. And depending on your brand, you can ask your users to get creative and feature maybe your product in their posts. Starbucks has done a really excellent job of this in the past with their Red Cup contest, where they encourage their followers to share pictures of their red Starbucks cup, really generating a ton of buzz, not only around the brand, but also the holiday season.
So tip number 2 is to get festive. Social media is meant to be, well, for lack of a better term, social. So use the holiday season to give your posts a festive spin. You'll get people excited not only about the season, but also about your brand. So when they think of your brand, they think of really positive thoughts. So getting festive begins with getting your brand in the spirit. Just like you would decorate your home for the holidays, decorate your social media pages. Upload some holiday themed cover images or profile pictures to easily conjure up festive feelings and to create brand consistency across your social media pages. This is also a really easy way just to let your followers know that your pages are active over the holidays. So this is one example that we found. It's a really simple Christmas Facebook banner, but it can do a lot to just show your followers that you are celebrating the season. Or you can even just add a little Santa hat like we did to your logo, and it creates, quite frankly, instant cheer. Next, share content that is specific to the season. So we suggest that you draw inspiration from the festivities to curate your content. There is no limit to the inspiration that you can take from all of the songs and movies and popular characters that we see around Christmas. So show your Christmas spirit by sharing stories and tips that relate both to your business and to the holiday season. Truly valuable social media content should evoke emotion. It really doesn't matter what industry you're in, your content can elicit an emotion. And if you want truly valuable social media activity, focus on it. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. Like I said, content that resonates with people emotionally is more likely to be shared because emotion is a universal language that evokes similar responses everywhere. So an example of this would be that I would say every industry can find something festive to share. So we spoke about in our previous webinar that your pages should have a balance of promotional and industry related content, and that really couldn't be more true about this time of the year. We'd highly encourage sharing more fun and engaging content at this time of the year, rather than worrying about affecting your bottom line directly with your post. So for example, let's say you own a furniture store. You could share blogs about how you can organize your living room furniture around the fireplace, or maybe around the Christmas tree for the morning of Christmas, or perhaps on how to set up your dining room table for Christmas dinner. Very useful tips, but that also just seem like genuinely good information with no motivation for a sale. Or maybe a little bit more separated from the season, maybe you own an auto body shop. You might think there's absolutely nothing Christmassy about an oil change or maybe some winter tires, but we would suggest that you offer tips for safe driving throughout the holiday season. You could start by recommending some of the safest times to drive, the items you could include in an emergency car care kit, and so much more. There is really no limit to what kind of inspiration you can draw. And finally, keep it authentic and social. So get your followers involved this Christmas season. Ask people to share their favorite Christmas song like we did, or ask them to weigh in on a very important discussion that you feel is close to your heart. For example, which one is better, apple cider or eggnog? These are the real questions that we have to ask ourselves and ask your customers. So here's an example of a poll that a company decided to do. Is a hot topic on everybody's minds. When do you put up your Christmas tree? Do you put it up right after Remembrance Day or Veterans Day, or would you rather put it up only December 1st? It creates a conversation on your page, which is always a good thing. And then the last piece of this puzzle is, if you're feeling particularly creative, we would encourage you to consider building a product gift guide for your readers. So if you're a company that has products to sell, we would say write a blog, create an infographic, whatever you think is best, and feature your products as the perfect option as a gift for mom or dad or your wife or husband. So really, it doesn't have to be complicated. As a business owner and as the person that knows your products in and out, you know exactly who would benefit from your products most. So all you need to do is put that knowledge and information into an easy to read format and be willing to share it with your readers.
All right, our third tip is to spread cheer. So along the lines of the previous point, when we really drove home the fact that social media is all about being social and about eliciting emotion in your followers, we should remember that this is, after all, the season of giving. So one of the most effective ways to spread some cheer and to also highlight your brand in a positive light is to focus on an organization or a cause that your business supports. And if you don't have one, this is also a great time to find one. You can do double duty by supporting a cause that means something to you, while also showcasing your brand in a very positive and community centered voice. So choose a cause, along those lines, choose a cause that makes sense for your brand and for your employees' values. Then make sure to promote your support in a social media post and use relevant hashtags. So it can be something super simple, like consider gift wrapping or Christmas caroling in the community. It really is the season of giving, so the sky's the limit when it comes to how you want to give back this time of year. Macy's did the Macy's Believe campaign, where for every post or tweet that included that hashtag, they would donate $1. And of course, your effort doesn't have to be this monumental, but it can be as simple as engaging with your community and your followers and doing something very simple, like going to a local food bank or something along those lines and sharing out a photo of your staff doing it. The greatest part of getting involved in the community is that it can relate to any vertical at all, no matter what business you're writing for. So emotion is a universal language, and it's also very contagious. So another great way to spread cheer is by engaging with your followers themselves. So like Micheline said, if you are asking a question or a poll on your pages, if people are commenting on your post, do your best to be prompt with replies. A thoughtful response can go a really long way when it comes to influencing brand loyalty. And if you're asking your followers some engaging questions, then that comment section might be very, very active. All right, so this is a good example of the point I made above, just about getting involved in your community. This is a great way. Snap a quick photo of the staff volunteering in the community, whatever it is that connects your business values with something else and your followers will connect with, just snap a quick photo, and it's as simple as that.
And our last tip, while we flew through those, is to schedule your posts. So I'd like to ask you, do you think that December 25th is the perfect time to take a day off of social media? We hate to say it, but no. Everyone is logging into their social media accounts to send well wishes to their family and friends. And it really is the perfect time to send out a message on behalf of your business as well. So it can be really tough, I agree, to pull yourself away from the dinner table or set down that cup of Christmas cheer. But if you schedule out your content ahead of time, you don't have to. You don't have to miss any important posts going out if you use social marketing to plan exactly what channels and what date and time the post will go live. So just like I said, you want to be where your consumers are looking. If all of your consumers are on social media Christmas Day, sending out tweets and Snapchats and posting on their Instagram stories about the gifts they received or the wonderful moments they're sharing with their family, that is a good time for you to also be tweeting, Snapchatting, Instagram, having Instagram stories, wishing all of those same people Merry Christmas. Next is, of course, to make time for the joys of the season. The last thing we want you to do is to take time away from your family to be working. Obviously, that's not something that we want to do either. However, like I said, if you use the social marketing platform, you can plan exactly what you're going to say on which channels, what date, what time, exactly when you want them to go out, so that you can actually make time for the important parts of the season. We all know we would rather be sitting in front of the fireplace with our family opening gifts on Christmas morning than hustling to write a funny or endearing tweet to our followers. And then there's more. We decided after our 4 quick tips, a bonus tip would be that we understand the holiday season is incredibly busy and sometimes it gets a little chaotic. And even if you did use all of our tips, sometimes you feel like you don't have time to execute a successful social media strategy, or maybe you'd simply rather leave it to the experts, and we have the perfect option. We have a team of in-house marketing strategists that literally know all the ins and outs of social posting for the holidays. So just like us, they've crafted the perfect recipe for making your business's social posting strategy a success, whether it's during the holiday season or beyond. And if you'd like more information about our superb marketing services team, please don't hesitate to let us know in the Q&A or in the chat, and we'd absolutely love to follow up with more details. So I think that's all for Paige and I. Thank you all for attending today. And we hope that you learned at least a few valuable tips and tricks for social posting during the holidays that you can implement with your own businesses. And we will gladly take any questions that you might have now.
We do just want to let you know that if you have any social media questions at all, feel free to send them our way. It doesn't have to be reserved for something holiday related. Of course, if that's something that's on your brain, that makes sense. But any old question you might have about social media, feel free to ask now.
So we got one question from Malcolm Stone. So the question is, any tips for partners posting to potential B2B prospects during the holidays? So I think I would suggest to follow some of the other tips that we offered and honestly just prove your human side, essentially. People want to work and want to be sold by people that they like. So if you can post on social media and continue to post on social media throughout the holidays, just like we said about some of the good that you're doing in the community, some of the ways that your staff is celebrating, it's always best to have some real personal touches to your social media page. So I would suggest that that's one way that you can social post for, especially if you're trying to reach out to B2B prospects.
All right, everyone, I think we are going to wrap it up there. Please don't hesitate if you think of any questions that come up later today. Our emails are on the screen there, so feel free to jot those down and send it to either Micheline, myself, or to both of us, and we'll be happy to get back to you. We want to thank you so much for joining us for this webinar, and we wish you happy holidays and a very happy new year. Thanks so much.